of all, what inspired me was going to the Muslim world and seeing the remnants of what the past had left behind. One of the Andalusian poets said, "Tilka atharuna tadullu alayna fanzuru ba'dana ila al-athari." These are the remnants that we leave behind to let you know who we were.
Wow.
So look at our remnants.
Wow.
And so when you look at what the Muslims left behind, you realize they were people of itqan and ihsan, and only because the Prophet ﷺ told them, "Inna Allah yuhibbul abd idha amila amalan an yutqinahu." Allah loves a servant that should he do anything, he does it with itqan, with real precision and excellence. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Inna Allah katab al-ihsana ala kulli shay." I mean, look at this hadith, is so amazing, because every single thing has a ihsan in it, everything. And then he used one of the most difficult things, which is dhibh, as his example. So he went down to something that outwardly is actually a very harsh thing. And he said, even in the dhibh, there's ihsan. Let him, sharpen his knife, and let him give repose, let him give ease to the animal. So ihsan is part of our religion. And I think the Muslims, for whatever reasons, many Muslims forgot this aspect of the religion. And so it's really important. One of my mentors and who had a big impact on me is Sayyidina Qibr Attas. And Sayyidina Qibr Attas talks about adab, like that the fundamental crisis in the Muslim world is the loss of adab. Adab is putting things in their proper place. It's putting things in their proper. So you put people in their proper place. I was commanded to treat people in accordance with their stations. And that's not meaning that you denigrate people in lower stations, but you don't treat the street sweeper with the same deference that you would treat a scholar or a politician, or everybody has their maqam. Even the angel said, "Ma minna illa lahu maqamun ma'lum." So so there are maqamats, and so it's just respecting that. Everybody should have human dignity, but the Imam Ali famously said, and this is a sound tradition, "Qimat al-mar'i fima yuhsinuhu." The value of a human being is their ihsan in whatever they do. And so if you value yourself, then you will do things with ihsan. And if you lose a sense of that, then you've lost a sense of your own self-worth. And that's why I'd rather do a little with ihsan than a lot with mediocrity. I mean, had I been satisfied with mediocrity, I would have many, many books, and I would have many things done. But I won't do it. And the people that work with me know that. So it takes us a long time to get something done because it goes through several iterations. I mean, even now with the dua book that we did a second iteration. We went through it really closely and we improved it just to get it better. Because I talk with my people, I talk about yawning gaps and then calibrations. In the beginning, you have these yawning gaps that you want to close, but always there's going to be calibrations. You can always get better at whatever you're doing. Always. There's always room for improvement. And as long as you have that mindset, you'll never, pat yourself on the back and feel self-satisfied, because we all fall short of the glory of God. Allah deserves so much more from us. And in that way, it's just a recognition of our own human fallibility, frailty, and shortcomings. Qusur and taqsir. The fuqaha differentiate between qusur and taqsir. Qusur is when you don't have the means. Taqsir is when you have the means and yet you don't fulfill the mandate. Critical editions and books that are well published, and how much nicer it is to read them, like the actual experience of reading a book that is well presented. Because in our tradition, we don't differentiate between form and content. Form and content are both important. People in this culture now, a lot of it doesn't matter the form. It's the important thing is the content. No, the form, Allah put us in this form. Ahsan taqweem. You know, he made us in the most perfect form. The form is for what? It's to contain the content. But he
Wow.
made the form with
Mhm.
ihsan. And so the form, and that's why the Muslims were so, they loved to beautify everything. Their bowls were beautiful. Their homes were beautiful. The Prophet ﷺ said, beautify your homes and adorn your clothes because I want you to be like a beauty mark amongst humanity. It's such a beautiful hadith. In other words, they see you and they see beauty because Allah is Jamil yuhibbul Jamal. And the man who asked him if wearing nice clothes and nice shoes was that from arrogance, and the Prophet said, no. Inna Allah jamilun wa yuhibbul jamal. In other words, it's your love of beauty which is from God, because God is beautiful and God loves beauty. So when you love beauty, you're expressing something about your Creator. And so doing the form should be beautiful, and the content should be beautiful. That or majestic, because sometimes form has to be majestic as well. So Allah is Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. He has both those qualities. But it's so you were saying that, and I said, you know, people sometimes will say, oh, it's extravagant to you know, to waste money on producing things so well and things like that. And for me, it's like, you know, in the Shafi'i madhab, I don't know about the other madhab, but in the Shafi'i madhab, I was told this by a Shafi'i scholar, Sheikh Abdullah al-Qadi, that there's no israf in perfume. Like if you buy perfume, you can buy expensive perfume because it's sadaqah for others.
Ibn Abidin talks about the Prophet spending 1/3 on perfume.
Exactly. So you put a little perfume on, you smell it initially, but then it's gone. But other people smell it throughout the day.
Yeah.
So, and the same as dressing well. Like Muslims have lost the sense, because now everybody dresses like slobs because they dress for themselves. and that shows you the value that they hold themselves in. Like you see people now and it's just amazing. They look like they just got up out of bed.